This is the first time I ever stepped on a rink to play an actual hockey game. I was 7 years old, I barely knew how to skate, I didn't even know how to shoot or do anything really. All I wanted to do was just have fun, and I didn't know it would turn out to be something I've done my whole life. I loved the sport immediately. My first season I didn't score any goals or get any assists within 10 games. But the next season, which was about a month later since it was roller hockey, I scored on one of my best friends who I actually just saw today. As you can see in this video, it was during warm-ups and I could barely stay on my feet. I believe my stick was too short and I was using yellow tape. Rookie mistake. At this time in my life, I really wasn't practicing at my house. I just kind of showed up to the rink and played. Also, I'd go every Tuesday night to the same rink for a learn to play to help my skills. But as I said before, I wouldn't practice at my house at all. During the same session that you're seeing, I played on a team with one of my best friends who I mentioned earlier, and his dad was a coach. He said I was a pretty big guy, so he put me on defense. At first, I really liked it because I didn't have to skate that much, because I was pretty chubby back then, I'll admit it. But then I realized hockey would probably be more fun if I scored a goal once in a while. But I continued to play defense. Also, ice hockey had not even crossed my mind. I love roller hockey, and I didn't even think I was good enough to play ice hockey. All the kids were faster than me, had better balance, a better shot, pretty much better everything. I didn't really know what was in store for me the next season at all. I was just planning on doing the same thing, just kind of playing roller hockey all year round until my mom said something about joining a spring ice hockey league. That changed everything. And right here, I thought I was pretty cool. All I remember from that spring session was that I got my butt kicked. I fell so much and I couldn't do anything. Everyone on each team was so much better than me. It was so much more fast-paced though. So I tried to use that in roller hockey, which you can kind of see here that I'm skating a bit faster. I got a new stick and I was pumped. The team I'm playing with currently in this part of the video turned out to be a select team that I made. It was the first time I actually played for a select team. That team ended up being the champions of our league for 3 sessions in a row. So I'm kind of going to fast forward a bit in my life here. All I did was just kind of play roller hockey, and I did the spring sessions for ice hockey until one day in August of 2014, the treasurer of my high school's ice hockey club came to my door. He asked me to play for the middle school team, and I was the happiest kid on earth. I knew for sure I needed to do everything I could do to make myself a better player because, for one, this was the first real ice hockey team I was ever going to play for, and 2, I was going to represent my school. I actually started caring about how I played. I did everything at practice to make my stick handling, my shooting, and everything better. I got a bunch of new gear and I was ready for November when my season started. The first game of the season, I found a loose puck and took a slap shot from the hash marks and it went top shelf. My team was psyched, my parents were pumped, and I made sure to celly pretty hard. We did lose that game 11-3 though. Our season we went 0-15. Yeah, 0-15. Every game we lost by at least 4. It was pretty terrible. Sometimes my shifts were periods long because we barely had 8 people on our team. But I was thankful for that experience, and I still am because that season set all the goals I've had for hockey. Some I've accomplished, and some I'm still working on, but that's all part of the process. School finished last May, and I immediately knew I had to do something to lose weight. I was so big, and it was holding me back from some of the things I wanted to do in hockey. I worked all summer to lose weight, and I actually started caring about my overall health. I started eating the right foods and ran a mile every day. I still do to this day. I went to an awesome camp over the summer and I learned a bunch of new things that I was able to work into my game. And then I heard the news. My high school wasn't going to have enough people to house a team this year. I didn't know what to do. I started searching all over the place. I contacted a bunch of friends. I looked all over the internet. I didn't really want to play for another school because I felt like I would have almost been a traitor to my school. And finally, after weeks of talking to a bunch of different people and looking all over the place, I found a midget minor AA team that I could try out for. I went to the pre-skates and there were a decent amount of kids there. I didn't think I had any chance. Then tryouts came, and I think I played the best hockey I've ever played in my life. Later that week, I was at my high school's football game and I got the news I made the team. and that's what I'm currently doing now. I'm having a blast. My team's awesome, and we're pretty good too. This season was the first time I went out of town for a tourney, and our team placed third, which was pretty good for a small town team from St. Louis. My teammates are some of the coolest guys I've ever met, and I couldn't be happier with where I'm at now.